Welcome back, everybody. There we go. Rims of Our Lives, Episode 7. I'm Miko. It's great to see you back. I think we have finally reached not only a position of stability, but I think we've actually reached a position of profitability. We're very close to having all the labor that's needed for us to be able to have our cooks cook, to have our growers grow, to have our diggers dig, to have our builders build, our researcher, our scanner, we have the one of everything that we need very soon. I'm very excited about that. So 7 episodes in, I feel like we're finally on track to accomplishing our goal. And I have to say, the first season we were going to hard limit it on the number of episodes, and it was mostly because we didn't want a particular season or colony to last too long in calendar time, because a new viewer comes in and they see that we're still in the mid game. They want to watch a colony from the beginning. We know that the starting of a colony is an exciting event for a lot of people, and we want to have more of those. In the past, we've had colonies that lasted 3 straight months. We just want to avoid that, but at the same time, if the content is good, if we're still having fun with that playthrough, I see no reason to put it down. But if we're stagnating and stalling, maybe time to call it. So we're just going to try and negotiate that, navigate that, especially because my stream is opened with its schedule. We're doing 5 days now instead of 3 per week. So how do we really manage that? Hey, Crystal, you just got here in time. You have a knack for showing up right when we get started. That, or it's just when you pop in chat. But it's good to see you either way. Welcome, guys. Yes, pet the YouTube viewers. You look so fucking cute, man. All right. There we go. You played a few hours of RimWorld yourself last night, and you're basically finished researching what you want. So now you're gearing up to go into the mountains. Nice. You were doing the blind melee only. You posted an update on the Discord, and thanks for that. I didn't have time to respond, but I did read it. It sounded like it was going pretty rough. You got knocked down. One of your key pawns got killed. Well, fucking welcome to RimWorld. You know how that goes. Your mistake was investing in any one pawn. All right. Let's get this bitch going. I don't know exactly what we want to do today, apart from trading. Let's do that. Lots of trading. I think that's a good deal. Let's trade with them instantly. I don't think there's anything out in here that yeah, it would be food would be the only thing we'd want to sell. How are we doing on the Devil Strand, by the way? This should be one of the earliest, 49%. Okay. We're also working on chocolate right now. Perfect. We're also working on the bow tie, which is going to be our tailor shop. I need to put doors in here, which I accidentally started doing while I was waiting for this stream to get started. All right, let me check on my stone. 500 sandstone. I'd rather sandstone doors, personally. You're just built differently? Fuck, you are, Crystal. There we go. Okay, Bwed is only 15. Let me check this again, because Vegas was something like 25. It was kind of 12. Who was it that was better than this? Somebody had like a 25, and it might have been Vegas with the inspiration, but I just want to check who our top social actually is. 8 with a passion is the highest we have. Hold on. Is somebody actually like a trader? Do we have an actual trader trait somewhere in here that would give them a flat bonus? I feel like there was, but I don't know if that was last colony or this one. Get a bunch of menageries. No, I don't think so. There's no trade price improvement here. Nothing like trader or, I don't even remember what the other one is. Why is chat only an option? Chat only? I don't get that. There we go. Yeah, mainly only with the blind colony. I think that's going to be incredible. Blind melee tunnelers. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting challenge. Hello? This is why we have cameras in here. Fucking assemble, dweebs. Assemble. Get this man. Get this man. Look at us. Look at us. We're too good. Don. Actually, Top. Go ahead and capture him. He's a quest pawn. We have to keep him. We beat him with our fists so that he doesn't bleed out. But this is why we have these guys slaying here, is that they're in the prison to watch these guys. And to remind them that if they fuck up, they live on this side of the room. If you click on the gear symbol, it has an option to show chat, to only show chat. Interesting. It could be that there are people like maybe moderators can't watch at work, but they want to be able to moderate the chat, or maybe you're a chatter who just wants to be able to chat, but you can't watch at work or something. You just want to be part of the community, but you can't really watch. That's cool. I'm glad that that's there. Fucking power to the lurkers, dude. The afternoon beating. Hey, Murgo. Would you like one of those? Bitch. There we go. That's true, Fern. Yeah, if you just have the chat on your phone, then you can actually watch the stream on another device. Shit, that's smart. I'm too dumb to realize that. Enjoy the cage, Murgo. Get fucked. All right. There we go. Fix up these bruises. We won't get any infestations or infections here. I'm not worried about it. We do want to get these guys. I think you're just being recruited straight out. 5.8 resistance. Cthulhu is still 12. They don't have to be converted. They are already the right religion. Once they're in, we're putting Feather in the tank to convert her as well. And I may throw Fagus in as well very soon because it's just he's already back up to max again. His social is so high that I don't see him getting converted without a forced conversion. We have to throw him in prison until he agrees to the company policy. Did we trade with a bulk trader? No. Oh, fuck. Please tell me they're still there. Jesus. ADHD is hard, man. All right. So 15 is the best we're going to get. Could buy cats, even though they almost murdered us just a minute ago. We could buy some dogs, have them eat potatoes, and do some hauling for us. We're going to sell the meat. 200 bucks for meat. That's not bad. We're very low on food, though. I feel like we almost need to plant more food. We need to get the drug production going on the rich soil patch to the north, and then we need to replace those 2 fields with actual food. Probably potatoes rather than corn. Okay, so we have cloth. We have a bunch of leather in here, which we're going to save for books. Normally I would sell leather, but we need it right now. We're going to sell the flake, the ambrosia. We're going to sell all the uranium. That's why we got it, was to sell it. Same with the plasteel. We don't need any plasteel right now. When we do, we'll take care of it. We're going to sell all the cycoid leaf because we're making a bunch of it. We could buy wood, but it just doesn't feel like a good deal. We could sell some of our bad clothing or clothing that is not the right type. So we're not wearing jeans, even though it's normal. We're going to get rid of it. That's awful. Cloth jumpsuit we do wear. It's 59% though, and we're not ready to start mending. We're going to actually keep the good one if it needs to be mended, but we're going to get rid of the normal one and just replace it. For now. Eventually we'll have mending and we'll be able to fix it up, but not now. Go ahead and get rid of the glasses. So what I like to do is sell everything that I'm willing to sell, and then I start buying stuff. And ultimately I still want to get the 3173 that they have to offer while also getting some gear, whether it's components or medicine or anything else. Maybe some cock. That'd be great. Is there a nutrient meter, or am I thinking something else? I don't know about nutrient meter, but there is a stat for nutrition per food. That's good. Hey, Anubis, how you doing, dude? Good to see ya. You considered investing, so this is for your melee undergrounder. You considered investing in weapons like the hand talons, but it seems like they don't stack, so I nixed that idea. Yeah, you can't do those and bionics. What will happen is, what you might want to do is something like the knee spike, because here's how the combat will work. For anybody who doesn't know. Whenever somebody gets into melee combat, it's going to select every viable weapon that they have on their body, which includes their teeth, their head. They can headbutt, so they can also scratch, they can punch, they can kick, but they'll punch unless they're like an animal. I think a donkey can kick specifically, but it's you're going to have that list of weapons. If you give them something like toxic fangs, whenever they do decide to bite, they'll prefer to use their weapon, but sometimes they won't. Very rarely they won't, but sometimes they won't. They'll do some other attack like kicking sand. So if they have a weapon, they'll prefer to use that, but otherwise, as far as I know, if you give them an actual weaponized body part, it will go into a pool of things for them to use. So that's something to think about. I would give them a bunch of body parts like knee spikes, claws, toxic fangs, things like that. I would do those things if I wasn't going to give them a weapon. If they were a non-combatant, for example, I would give them those things. Actually, they won't fight back even if they're attacked. I remember there being one condition. Oh, yeah, if they're a gunner, this is a different scenario from what you're working with, but if they're a gunner and they get into melee, you're probably better off using those biological weapons than having them use the butt of their rifle, because every ranged weapon still does have melee weapon stats, but you may be better off dropping that rifle and fucking putting up some fists and baring your teeth, so we'll see. There we go, Fern. Go get some nug. So that's all good. I was told that they work for gunners because they can use those as backups. Yeah, if they have a better... So they'll choose the best melee weapon that they have equipped. So if they have these claws equipped and they have better melee stats than their gun, they'll prefer to use those, but they won't always use them. That's the only problem with having multiple melee weapons equipped. And that used to be the case. I don't know if it is now, so take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, that's good advice. If you've got a ranger, yeah, give them some biological weapons they can use if they get too close. If an enemy gets too close. Okay, so we've got 4,300 as our budget here, and I don't care for us to keep any animals at all. If I were playing to win, I would grab both of these ewes, one ram. I would grab both of these dogs, and that would probably be the basis of my economy and labor force, is these guys hauling and also providing meat over time. These guys providing textiles and milk, and also meat. These are some incredible animals. So that would be really, really good for us mechanically, but because our colony is very anti-animal, we're not going to keep them unless we plan to slaughter them specifically for joy. Which is kind of fucked the more I think about it. Do they have any leather that we can buy? They don't. I would buy some leather. I'll buy components. Let's do all that. And now we're in budget, just about. I can buy 30 components. I can buy one advanced component. Okay, so that's a good deal. You see how we're going to make 3,000 bucks off this deal, but we're also going to get some components and advanced component. We're going to double our stock of regular and advanced components. That's a good deal. And we're cleaning up our inventory of things that we don't necessarily want to keep. So this is great. Go ahead and accept that there. That's a damn good deal. That's going to pull in quite a bit of money for us. And it's also going to give us all of the resources we need to continue progressing forward, because I'm going to get probably a little bit more aggressive on starting to put in some temperature control to these bedrooms. I think would be a good idea. Spending the steel, once we get it, spending the steel to vent between them and starting to actually use vents. I do want to close this off and make this a proper room. That would be nice. What we can also do is go ahead and get rid of this building, because this building is more in the way to me than helpful. So let's go ahead and get rid of it there. Not reclaim soil. Remove floor. I'm going to get rid of that. I want that open because I want to be able to turn this into anything else. Or I want a gate here. Put just a fence gate, I think would be great. And then vent the bedrooms into the central area, because if you have your coolers are going to be a big target for raiders. And if we just make it more difficult for them to get to those, then I think that's going to be great. There you go, Jinx. Hey, back from Bustin's channel. Hope he's doing good. You guys have been fighting a war this evening, right? Is that going on now? Or is that over, or what? I know there's war tonight. Hey, do we have a party going on? Ooh, nice. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. I was chatting a little bit with Bustin earlier. He's a good guy. We beat him in 7 minutes? What the fuck? Whoa. Now that's the kind of top energy that we need. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I'm proud. Tell Bustin congrats for me. This needs to get hauled immediately. This stuff can't be sitting out here. Very nice. I think it's worth the labor and resources to change herbal into industrial meds. Yes, absolutely. It's cheaper in time, labor, and resources if you buy the Neutroamine and then turn it into industrial meds versus just buying the industrial meds, which is basically your only other option unless you're hoping for drops. But it's also another choice where if you're flush with cash, just buy the meds. If you're flush with labor and low on cash, buy the Neutroamine instead of the meds, and then trade the labor for the meds. That's the decision you're making ultimately. Okay, let's go ahead and get this planted with not until we have the drug lab up. I don't want to plant that far away from the storage. Like this is a long fucking way to have to take the leaves when they're harvested. Did I say top energy? Yeah, dude, that's what, you don't win a war with bottom energy. That's where you win diplomacy. You win a war with top energy, my friend. Oh yeah. You got to get out there and tell those invaders to assume the position and then beat their ass when they follow instructions, whether they do or not. That's exactly right. All right, Ferdy, good job, dude. He's doing great. But yes, to answer your question, Shabby, I absolutely think it's worth it, depending on your economic situation. The budget option is to make the medicine yourself, if you have access to the labor, because it's cheaper to buy Neutroamine. That's what I'm saying, Jinx. That's why bottom energy is better for diplomacy. Top energy is good for warriors. You got to get those bulls in the front line, dude. Leave your bunny boys to bigger in the back room, right? Diplomats are globally bottoms. That's the rule. Okay, guarding for Bocus. A masterwork great bow for honor. That's all shit. Get rid of it. A well-placed bottom is how the Battle of Troy was won. That is true and historically accurate. See you, Featherfall. Enjoy your homework. Tops, talk of tops and bottoms got feather flustered. She's like, I can't take this. This is just like my yaoi fanfics. Growing cloth and herbals, buying neutral, and then crafting takes like a lot of effort. You should already be growing cotton. You should already be growing herbals. You're not doing anything that you weren't before. You're taking your herbal medicine and upgrading it, and you should be overproducing cloth. You should always have a surplus of cloth. And even when you're making Devil Strand, your cloth can be grown in hydroponics, I think. I'm pretty sure. You should always be growing cloth. Yep, I'm with Frackle. I usually have an I always max out my labor, so I'm always short on labor. Always. There's never a spare job that can be done. But I do always have extra money, too. Murgo claiming his name. Perfect. No, okay, verse bottoms and verse tops are mercenaries. That's the rule. You're mercenaries. And craftsmen. Whoa, what's going on over here? Top is down. Why is top down? What happened over here? Cole, Cthulhu, and top? The fuck? Colonist needs rescue, but like, why? What the fuck happened over here? They destroyed her toe. Was it a social fight between Cthulhu? How did Cthulhu... Wait, hold on. This is a jailbreak. This is a jailbreak, Cole. Cole, get it. Cole is jailbroken. Oh, shit. That's what's happening. All right, bring in the guns. Bring in the guns. This cannot be allowed to happen. Don't fire it. We'll beat the shit out of Cthulhu. There we go. Fetter, just stand in the way. Shabby's holding us down right now. They 1v2'd top. Who knew? I think Shabby's only got a little bit of time, but we were able to distract Cthulhu with punching Fetter. Cole's gonna go down, I think, before Shabby does. She looks pretty wounded. There we go. Shabby beat the shit out of Cthulhu. Look at this man. He may be the one to get promoted. Who knows? Kind of getting some levels in there. Fetter tanking like a boss. Look at her. She doesn't even give a fuck. Gunners are coming. They're on their way. What the fuck was that pathing? There we go. We're gonna go in and punch. No, Cthulhu's down. They took care of it. What good boys. What good boys. Holy shit, nice. Okay, well, let's go ahead and make sure that this is taken care of. Take Cole. You take Cthulhu. Well, that's a shit decision you two made. I guess they're just getting impatient. They want out of here. It's a very, very dumb decision both of you made. I'm considering revoking your citizenship rights. Imagine flipping off the boss right when he's coming over to tell you you're about to be promoted. Imagine that. Who would do that? 4.2 resistance, 10.9. Just get the fuck back to work, you bitches. Yeah, dude, Shabby, you were super worth right there. You carried that. You took both of them down. It cost you a toe, but that's fine. Here we go. Well, luckily it's not a corpse. They're just, he's taking him to the hospital. He's actually alive. Thank God for that. He's lost a finger and a toe, dude. This dude's rough. This dude's real fucking rough. He is coming in and cleaning. Always missing the adventure. Ah, Crystal's in there. Nice, in the name key. Make sure you get those in there. If I don't take your name, I refund the points, so don't worry about that. Also, we're down to 7 soup. We only got a little bit of soup. Why do we only have soup? Hold on, are we fucking poor? Are we poor again? I think it may be time. What is this over here? I'm planting cotton? Oh shit. This is all cotton. Okay, we're gonna plant rice here, actually. Now is a good time for us to get rice. We have a bit more labor. This one's super close to the kitchen, so let's get a quick source of food here. Colonist needs rescued at the top again. Why are you getting up, dummy? Yeah, you lost a toe. Yeah, they might have lost a toe too. Hold on, let's see. Cole. Nope, no body parts missing. No body parts missing. Quinoa? I've never had quinoa before. I've heard it's good. I've never had quinoa though. Hold on. Search screen. Hold on. What do we got here? No, this is all shit. Noble apparel is pretty fine. It goes into royal apparel. I don't really want any of this, to be honest. Grilling isn't realistic. It's not what we're going to do. Canning is too expensive. Pemmican doesn't really help us. Noble Apparel is also the shortest on the list, so we're going to blast through that real quick. There we go. Dude, I'd love to have quinoa sometime. I've never had it before. Oh no, the bench broke down. Shit, I hate this. I like Fluffy's mod manager. I hate being forced to lose components for no goddamn reason. I'd rather lose them in a targeted tantrum, you know? At least there's a reason for it. How long until these guys get out of here? I know that we still got plenty of time. 18, no, never mind. 18 hours. Shit, they're about to go. Yeah, a lot of armor still requires cloth. 100%. I wouldn't call it early game. I'd call it all game. There really isn't going to be a time in the game, in my opinion, where you're not using cloth for something. Quinoa is pretty good. Describe taste, chat. Describe taste of quinoa. Am I even saying it right? Quinoa. God, I got hiccups again. Why do I always have fucking hiccups on stream? Dude, Nottingham, welcome back, dude. I'm so glad you're here. I took like a month and a half off because I was disappointed in Twitch. I was deciding if I still wanted to pursue it or not. So we're back. We've been back for a couple months now. It's good to see you, dude. Kind of grainy, but it's a seed. It's delicious. Yeah, that would make sense. How are we on medicine, by the way? It's good to see you back, Nottingham. Thanks for showing up, dude. Kind of tastes like rice. Oh. Yeah, we're back at it. We're also doing variety now, too, so it's really cool. We're actually going to be doing RimWorld tonight, and then we're going to be doing New World in like an hour, 3 hours. Maybe 3-4 hours. I don't fucking know. It depends on the queue. Depends on the queue. But it's good to see you back, dude. We have a Patreon now, which is a good place for you to get updates on what's going on. We do it once a month. You know how we did the State of the Streams? If you remember the State of the Streams, we do those once a month now, but we do them privately on the Discord. And I'm thinking of opening it up to all patrons, not just the higher ranks, because I think that wanting more feedback means just getting more voices in the conversation. But anyway, let's chat on Discord. Let's make sure that you get back in the saddle, dude. It's great to see you. Okay. We're halfway through this research already. Like, this is great. Jimothy tried to convert Vegas to their ideology. 1%. Hell yeah, Jimothy, get in there. What's my stream schedule now? I'm glad you asked. So we actually just recently changed it again, because now I'm a voice actor. So updates for everybody. I'm a voice actor now, and especially right now, things are kind of getting real fucking crazy. But I go live, let's see, 30 minutes ago on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So I take Wednesday and Fridays off for myself. And I'm doing all kinds of shit on those off days and before stream, so I'm staying busy, but it's good to see you guys. I'm so glad I still get to stream. I'm so glad that there's a way to work it in, because I was saying the other day, man, I can't imagine not streaming. It's just become such a, I don't know, just such a part of my identity is, you know, what I want to do with my life. I don't want to, I don't want to do anything else. I do want to do something else, but like in addition, I don't want to have to do something and not this at the same time, you know? Now, I realize this camera's not as useful if I build a giant fucking building right in the way of its view. Probably need to move this up here and put a smaller camera down here. Maybe just, this whole area doesn't even really need a camera, though. This camera's kind of whatever. I'm also considering moving it right there on the edge of the bow tie, maybe, because it sees all up here, which is kind of a risk. Maybe actually having it out here is the answer, but we also have these bushes out there to provide vision, so I'm not sure. Yeah. So schedule should be, if you look at the Twitch channel schedule page, it'll tell you exactly what we got going on there. Discord's active. We do a ping in the Miko is Live channel if you ever want to know right when I go live. We just ping at here in that channel. Mute it if you don't want that. Yeah, I'm a voice actor. Actual, like, big boy voice actor. Getting geared up for it, at least. Trying to get my demos put together. I gotta do, there's more recording I want to do tonight, but we'll have to see. I ran my voice out on our first the long stream that we did at the beginning of the week. I wasn't able to record. Meeting table disrespected. Oh no. Is it because we have other things in here? Why is it disrespected? Requires that it be in a dignified room. No beds allowed. Oh, our expectations have increased. So we probably need to designate an actual hospital, which would be very wise to put literally right here, because this is likely where we're going to be fighting. Actually, a hospital here makes a lot of sense. Although I want to use this for a place of industry. I'm going to put another workshop here, probably a smithy, a weapon shop where the actual armor is made. the machining shop basically over here. I don't mind keeping this as keeping this room maybe as the library / the writing room. Making an art studio could be good too. Maybe that's where we do the writing, is in the art studio. Making a proper fucking library would be nice too. I mean, I want to get all these rooms. I know that we want to do a drug lab up here, so maybe we do we could do a drug lab like right here. I feel like this is a good spot for a drug lab. And then put another building right there that maybe is scrapyard. This is where all of the stone cutting can be moved inside there. We'd move all the stone up to that area from wherever we haul it from. We do all of our slag chunks as well can go in there. That'd be a good thing. Yeah, I want to avoid digging into the mountain unless there's resources in there, but imagine eventually we are going to strip mine most of this just to see, because there could be steel right there and we'd never know. But the bug infestations are actually really, really good because we make packaged survival meals with them. Because we sell the meals, we don't give a fuck what's in them. We tell you that it's beef. It's crab. What are you going to do? Sure, it's insect meat, but only we know that. Shit, there's no FDA. There's no FDA on this rim world. Deal with the infestations and make them into pizza. So it's a long time strategy of ours. We've been doing that shit for years now. It's been great. Yeah, Ferdy's getting the bow tie boutique up there put together. Very good. Dude's building really, really quickly. His skills, 16, really showing. Yeah, recycled crab. That's what it is. It's recycled synthetic crab. Oh, fuck me. God, can you imagine actually having to be on the marketing team to sell that shit? How the hell do you spin that into something edible? We only believe in the best organic, recycled, synthetic crab meat around here. Synthetic is healthier. Yeah, imitation crab exists, but like recycled, synthetic imitation crab. That's probably the only explanation that would make the texture, consistency, and taste believable. There we go. Dude, crab cakes, I love crab. Oh, it's nice. Look at our radar, dude. The bow tie looks great. That looks like a great little bow tie. Now we can get rid of some of these power structures too. We can get rid of the power lines here. Let's do that. We can leave it in the doorway, I guess, because I think the power lines are going through the doorway. Not really, not this one. Let me go ahead and do this then. X to destroy. That leaves the door. I only selected those. Noble apparel done. So now we get another 5 to salute from. Ooh, sterile attire. This is nice because this will go into potentially getting us military clothing. Although I do like just the regular jumpsuit, but the military clothing is really nice because military clothing gives us access to the Bulletproof Vest, which is expensive, but it's very good. It's 108% armor on the middle layer for the neck. This is different than like your flak jacket, I think, or your flak vest that only covers the chest. The torso. This one covers neck and the shoulders. It's really good. Have I ever eaten a coffee cake? No. But you know what? One of my best friends actually did put coffee grounds, a shot of espresso, and then actual coffee grounds as a topping onto some vanilla ice cream. That shit was good. That shit was really good. Oh, that sounds really good. Like now. Okay, good. Disgusting. I thought so too. I saw her doing it. It's like, bitch, what are you doing? She's like, trust me. And I trusted her. Oh, it was the right call. It was good. Because it's just a little bit. It adds that coffee flavor. It's a little bit of that grit in there for texture. It's almost like having a, it's almost like if you had like a crystal sugar on ice cream or something like that. It's got that little bit of crunch that adds just such a nice consistency, but it quickly dissolves. It's already been, it's already been boiled, but it quickly dissolves and disappears into the ice cream. Oh, it's so good. I recommend it. Shot of espresso and some vanilla, and put some of the coffee grounds on top. It's like an Oreo ice cream, except you won't sleep for 48 hours. That's right, dude. Perfect. Okay, so let's grab some of these facilities. We have the tailoring shop moved up. We just got to actually invest in the facility now. I don't know if I have the vanilla expanded production module. I'm pretty sure I do. And if I do, then, oh shit, food condiments. We can make chocolate syrup after this. Holy shit, we can make chocolate syrup. A mixture of cocoa, water, and sugar forming a bittersweet pourable syrup perfect for coating desserts. While not good for you, chocolate syrup is not quite as bad as straight sugar. Health affects diabetes if you eat too much of it. The market value being 3 per. Minus for beauty my ass. It should be plus 4. I'm actually thinking that we could produce chocolate syrup locally. I'm thinking about it, honestly. Deep frying is not going to work for us. I don't know that I like any of these options. Fuck it, I think we're going for condiments. Because you've seen the value. Making smoke leaf butter? Because this is a drug product that is worth money. We can grow the chocolate, turn it into syrup. We can grow smoke leaf, not turn it into joints, and sell it on the market at $7. You're going to have a hard time telling me insect jelly preserves. You're going to have a hard time telling me that chocolate syrup isn't going to be worth it. Agave nectar, which we have here. I think we could administer, if I'm not mistaken, there's a headif that actually has agave nectar help with infections, anti-inflammatory. I'm pretty sure that that's what this does. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of economic benefit to selling pot butter. I've never had anything like actual agave nectar. Is that a thing? I thought it was just a meme. Condiments over sterile clothing? Oh, I agree. If we have chocolate syrup, then we don't need clothes. Dude, Cabal for president. Yeah, I think this is great. Especially, we have better than makeshift weapons. It doesn't lead to anything else. Basic managing software isn't needed. Deep frying gives us fucking artery blockage, and I can't afford the hearts. Sterile attire into military clothing. Military clothing for the we have Devil Strain, which is almost better. Agave is a common sweetener in mixed drinks. I didn't actually know that. I figured it was common in California. Yeah, it's a Mojave thing, but interesting. I didn't know if it was like they actually use it for that. Cool. It's good to know. It's made from the same plant tequila's made out of. So you're telling me we can have tequila, but now we have agave nectar. Got it. Well, thanks for the info, guys. I think we're going for food condiments. I thought it would be a meme, you know, chocolate syrup meme. No, it's actually great economically because we're planting chocolate anyway. In fact, I need to go ahead and do that. Let's get this facility up and running. Let's get it where it needs to go. Let's make a storage on one side that's for the textiles. We'll move these guys in. And then we'll make a space on the other side that is for clothing to go into, which we're going to have one space for every type of thing. How much wood do I have? 563. So there's enough. I could plant, let's say 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's just make it an even 7. So we're going to do all of. We're going to only put 2 down because what I want to do on the other side is actually going to be for clothing storage. It's going to be clothing racks right here. These are really, really nice. We're going to set this up like a department store, okay? So that's going to be good. Listen to Ferdy. There's better advice out there than listen to Ferdy. Find some out in the wild and just chew on it. I'll do that. Smoke leaf butter seems pretty flat. I agree, Crystal. I think it'll be good, especially because it's worth $7. $7 a cup? That's great. There we go. It tastes like maple syrup. It's good on pancakes. So it's like the desert version of fucking Canada. All right, let's do that. Let's get these guys up here as well. Put these together. We'll have this one turn. You know, we'll set it up a little bit like a little department store. I think that'll be cute. Oh no, not you. Cancel, cancel. These are kind of offset so it can look like they're closer to the wall in some cases, but there we go. We'll have our one alley going down the middle. I think it's this way. I'm not sure. Fuck me. I don't know. Okay. So we'll do that. I think that's good. Yeah. And then we'll just have some clothing racks here and the back wall. Oh, that's fucking cute. That's cute. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna forbid all these, but like we'll have 2 for now. I suppose we'll just do like these 2 for now, turn them on. You know what? Let's go ahead and do like these 4. Let's do this instead of these 4. How expensive are these? These are only 50. These are 64. So I think we can get a 5th one in there, and then we'll just have to tell everyone to go grab some wood. How much does smoke leaf normally sell for? If we were to sell a joint, just a straight joint, I'm not sure. The only problem with smoke leaf butter is that it may take milk. It may require milk. Usually these require 2 ingredients. I may have to plant sugar to be able to make the chocolate syrup. We're just going to have to get in and look to see which one of these are going to be realistic for us. If we do want to start farming in infestations, we could make them into the preserves, which are 880. And that would make infestations something that we actively want to encourage, because they'll spawn jelly when they do spawn. We could make an ant farm right in there. This would be an excellent ant farm. This would be an excellent ant farm. Come to think of it. Cycloid leaves are still going to be good money. I'm just curious, like, what do we want to do with it? So let's get this thing moved over here. Maybe move it a little bit back, actually. Eventually, we're going to build some of the benches that also go with it, some of the support benches, and we're going to put them right there, maybe a couple here in the back. We're also going to want, let's see, hopefully the room's big enough. Yes, perfect. Okay, so we can do that. We can maybe put this one just right here. I imagine the beacon is like, it's not literally on the floor. I have to tell myself that. It's not actually on the floor. I also want to get a light in here, a couple lights in here. We're going to start building in sort of long-term investments for these buildings. Let's go ahead and see if we could find a wall light. I don't know if we can. We have gas wall lights, but we don't have just like regular wall lights for electricity. So I guess we're using a standing lamp. Modern lamp is more expensive for steel, but it's much cheaper on electricity. And right now that's a priority to me. So let's put a light right there. Let's put a light in here so that our worker can work. And then let's put a light in here just so that it's not so dark. There we go. Insect farms will probably be a normality in the drier regions. I imagine so. Given that they're so dangerous, though, we'd have to be farming chem fuel. That's what I would want to do. We're going to allow all clothes, by the way, on these right now. We're not going to organize our clothing racks. We're just going to get them built. Cargo pod of weapons. The only concern I have with insect farms is that we would need chem fuel. We need chem fuel and steel to be able to reliably make IEDs. The idea is that we'd be able to make IEDs to trap them and kill them. That would be the idea. There we go. Bulk goods trader. Perfect. Yeah, they're showing up here. That's nice. And then we'll be able to trade with them. We don't really have much to trade right now, but they may accept more than what the overhead trader did. So that's a good idea. We've got this coming in. Eventually that will be moved over. We have the wood for all this. Getting those trade beacons set up means that we're going to be in a really good spot here. Go ahead and take this. J to paste. Perfect. Hey, Villain, how you doing? I hope we get to play tonight. I'm in New World, but I'm not actually in queue yet. I'm going to get in queue in like 15-20 minutes, and then we'll see how long the queue is. If the queue is going to feel like it's going to last an hour or two, then yeah, we'll sit in queue. If it feels like it's going to be shorter than that, then oh, Boyd's right there. We might as well go ahead and have her finish this and then talk to him. But anyway, yeah, we're going to play some New World tonight. You've been selling greenwood. Nice. You can turn the greenwood into timber and it will still sell. Those derivative materials will sell just as much. The villain shows up and there's a goose in the shop. Why am I not surprised? We're down to 180 corn. I'm actually maybe worried about our food. Should I be? We're out of cloth as well. We'll be making more. Could buy some steel. I feel like I actually do want to buy some steel, silly as that is. There's no leather that we can buy, unfortunately. We don't need to buy more components. I know normally we say, buy all components, but for now, not so much. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's see. Getting rid of any of the clothes that we got between last trader that we still don't want. A smoke grenade belt. We already have a smoke launcher, but the belt is actually really nice. I'm going to buy that smoke grenade belt. That's really, really useful. If you don't know the way that smoke works with mechanoid clusters, is that their turrets cannot aim through smoke, which means that if you put smoke on the turret, or if you have smoke between you and the turret, it cannot fire on you, which is really good. You make more from greenwood. Got it. Got it. Good deal. Yeah, money's nice. Money's very good. Hey, Snick. You bitch. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I want to actually buy from this. We're losing 900 bucks. I don't know if I really have anything I want to sell. I'm actually considering buying some neutroamine. But once we actually have the medicine production, that'll be the point at which we probably want to buy it. But for now, no. Yeah, the smoke leaf butter. Look at this. We could buy it for $8.30. I think we're good. I think I'm good to go ahead and pay the 800 bucks and get some steel. 50% more steel than what we have currently in our pocket. I'd rather not have to go out and dig more. If I don't have to, if I can buy it, we have the extra money. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. I feel much better about that than anything else. Okay, so serious considerations for running an ant farm. It actually might be better in here because it's a much larger area. We can get bigger infestations over time. We can also better insulate ourselves, so to speak, from them getting out of this because we have to, well, hold on. This doesn't look like it's very solid now, is it? I think if we deconstructed this steel wall, we'd see that there's probably a cavern in here that's already open. Oh, we can't wiggle in the hazmat suit. Damn, dude. I did see that Twitch support was talking about trying to get animated emotes rolled out to all affiliates by the end of the year, which means we can have jammies as an actual, like, sub emote. And at that point, my sub count goes up, like, 20-fold. Which I think would be great, because it also means that you'd be able to use it, like, on Discord and other places and have it properly fucking uploaded. That'd be fantastic. You know, not as better Twitch TV, but just as an actual thing. I feel like we're missing one of our advanced components because there's only one right here. Let me select the other. The other's down there. Okay, so they're just not sleeping together, but they are friends. Okay. So now that this building is getting put together, it's nearly-ish done. Probably tomorrow it would be done. Oh, Fern. They've also experimenting right now with something that should have been out years ago, which is data on emote use. Your emotes getting used anywhere on Twitch and know which ones are being used in your channel the most and which ones are being out of your channel. Oh my god, that'd be so nice to have that data. Because that'll help me figure out, like, is there an emote of mine that just never gets used and we might as well replace it with something? We'll see. Do I already know the location of the ancient danger? Yes. Are my eyes blue? No. They are sort of a green. It's weird. I can't, they're like right between blue and green. If you look real close, they're green, but as you get further away, they look blue. And they're dark until you get close, and then you see that it's really dark around the rim, and then they get really bright around the iris itself. Yeah. They're bleen. They're breen. Yeah, it depends on what I'm wearing and the lighting. A lot of the time it depends. It can be blue or green. I'm fucking mysterious. Yeah, here's our ancient danger. Here's our ancient danger. Grew. Fuck's sake. I've always struggled. Hold on, what does my license say? I think my license says I have blue eyes, but I think my license is bullshit. Yeah, my eyes are blue according to my state license, so I guess the government thinks I'm blue-eyed. Yeah, blue and green eyes. I think it's nice. I think that they're not striking. They don't intimidate people, you know? I've seen people that have like these really fucking gorgeous eyes and I can't look at them. They're too pretty. Yeah, I've got gold right around the iris. It gets really bright and gold right around the iris, which is why it looks closer to green at times. So I can't even fucking tell you what color my eyes are. I don't know. The government thinks they're blue though, so take that for what it's worth. Yeah. Snack, I don't think I've ever looked deeply into your eyes for more than a couple minutes. Rion, I know you said you have blue limbo rings, but I rank that as ligma. Fucking why? My eyes got ligma. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hazel eyes for Crystal, nice. Oh, that's cute. Ligma what? That's what Ligma rings OP. I agree. I fucking love being dyslexic sometimes because you get to read shit like that. Like if I wasn't dyslexic, we would have never gotten to laugh at that, you know? Fucking my ass got the Ligma. Dude, we need a mod in RimWorld that can give pawns Ligma. It does nothing. It does nothing but like, it's there. It doesn't need medicine to get treated. It's just there and then it goes away. So you're like, oh shit, Shabby got the Ligma. Oh, good Causes social fights. Shit, you're right, Ferdy. Make this man a mod author. Oh shit, components over here. Yeah, I've suffered from ligma from a very young age myself. I try to treat it as often as I can. with just more ligma. Alright. Good tending on Cthulhu's asthma. You're back over here as well. Let's see how close they are. 1.4 and 5.8. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and start planting some trees now that we got that room set up. I don't necessarily like these. I do think that having a second line for, you know, over here just for Coco could be cute. Hell, Coco tweez. So I do think I'm going to put trees on in front of these guys. This will stop them from actually standing on the edge of these barricades and allow us to have them be a little bit more one-sided. I also think that having another line of trees just here in front could be good. Oh shit, these are awful. Okay, get rid of those. And all of these are going to be Coco. Coco tweez. Which could be a very cursed image, actually, now that I think about it. Coco Twee gonna come stab you. You know, even maybe have some trees in there. I think that could be cute. Yeah, just have 2 lines of Coco right there. It's close enough to the kitchen that I think that could work. I think, and I am doing these space by space just because we want to guarantee that they're going to be placed efficiently by placing them manually, which is not fun, but it is what it is. And we could just plant this grid for now, just over here in what is an area for growing. Oops. Try to fucking deconstruct it. Stop. Stop that. Stop. There we go. What are you doing? That's not very smart. Okay, there we go. Because they can grow on... we can make this into a proper fucking jungle if we wanted to. Which I don't mind doing, because it would make enemies trying to fire in have yet more cover to have to fire through, which I think could be very effective for us defensively. Because we don't want to fight them at this point. We want them to come in through here, and then we fight them inside our territory. So we're going to set all of... fuck off. We're going to set all of these to be... oh, fuck, eat my ass, dude. We're going to set all of these up down here just to be very efficient orchard spacing. Okay, so now let's grab all of these guys and lose all of our frames in the process. And we're going to deselect... Hold on, let me just do this. Put the screen right there, so when we select all these, it only selects the ones right here. We deselect all... Fuck! This can be easy. Shift-click all of the ones that... Shift-click all the ones that you don't want. Okay, it really doesn't want to do that much. Okay, so we're gonna do this section only. It's having a rough time selecting that many zones. Okay, there we go. So now we can set all of these specifically to be Coco Tree. Coco Tree. And we probably just make these regular trees over on this side. Let's get over here and make these guys regular trees. Deselect those. These are going to be set up as Drago trees. And now we've got more wood income over time. Once we harvest this, we're going to have plenty of wood. Once we get these planted and they get harvested, ooh, that's going to be shitloads of wood. But this should be enough cocoa for us. If we need to plant sugar, we can. I'm not going to be worried about that. Trees do take a bit of time to plant, but that's going to be our plant workers' problem, not us. Not mine. I think we have a nice little settlement, though. We did get this replaced with rice, so hopefully we start seeing some rice come in here pretty soon. It's not that we weren't producing enough food necessarily. It's just that I think that it takes so long for the corn to come in that we can deplete our stock right before the new supply comes in, and the potatoes are not feeding enough. Well, I suppose that is the definition of a food shortage. Never mind. Fuck me. The great sleeper of the deep has asthma. Yeah, he does. Don't worry. This is why he has to talk to you telepathically, because otherwise he sounds like all the time. Wheezing and shit. Alright, there we go. See you on the OnlyFans, Jinx. That's when. Trade caravan's leaving. That's unfortunate. I love getting raided when I have a trade caravan because it means that I just get to watch the fun. It's so much nicer. I am thinking about if we do get a steady supply of steel at some point, which oh shit, more gold. Eventually we will. I do want to put down bear traps put fences out just in the wilderness and just have there be like a little tunnel of like 7-8 spaces and just like fucking bear traps. Welcome back, Shadow. Perfect. Don't think it'd sell that way? Ooh. You don't know what I got planned for mine. Your boyfriend and I are very different, apparently, in how we would do that. Okay. So we've got heat stroke. Check. Jimothy here. It's just, man, there are a lot of problems over here with that. Pine tree with cones that have cocoa face on them. Nice. No, I don't have an OnlyFans yet, but someday I will. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Part of the prospectus of what I'm offering the investors does include an OnlyFans. There are things you have to have before you can have a successful OnlyFans. I've done the research. We don't have it yet. Your boyfriend probably doesn't have it yet either. That's probably why his isn't doing too well. But anyway. Rimworld. We got a lot of shit that we need to build, man, and we're still running out of space, no matter how much we expand it here. Get this guy moved over as well. Yeah, this needs to be in front of the bench. Let's make sure this is all still working. We're making jumpsuits and aprons. Nice. Perfect. Nice. So in JJJ. Good deal. So we do have some jumpsuits in storage. Well, no. This says it's not of the right stat. What? Oh, it's not healed. That's right. We probably need to make this the mending station as well. Shit, that could be what goes up here. We don't need this much. We're not going to have that much equipment, but if we do this as a mending station, hopefully... We didn't select mending yet, did we? Oh, we did. Okay, it's right there. Yeah, that'll be great. It's 75 wood, 3 components, 50 steel. Do we have the wood for that? We do. Nice. Perfect. So this is going to go well. I think we're going to get that moved in. We can start investing in keeping a single rotating stock of clothes. And what'll happen is we'll say to always keep like 1 or 2 of these items on the ground or just in stock. And then we repair the ones that we have, and we eventually just sell whatever's left on the ground that's too low quality. And over time, we sort of increase our quality of clothing. So we'll say everyone has to wear good now. Everyone has to wear excellent. Everyone has to wear masterwork, theoretically. I've only ever gotten to a colony, that stage of a colony, one time. And we were like, so, like nothing could kill us, you know? But it's a policy you can do if you have the mending mod. But it's one of those controversial things with RimWorld where everyone kind of has their opinion. Should you be allowed to repair things or not? I always think like it just saves time. It just saves time. So I find that I really like the mending mod because you do still have to pay for the repairs. It's not free. So it is an investment into keeping your material, but it does also allow you to have this sort of automated advancement of material, which is really nice, if you set it up that way. We're getting all the trees planted, dude. We got some cocoa down. How long does this take, by the way? How long does it? 16 days. That's not that long. That's really good. All right, let's select all this and hide them. We just want to see the trees. We don't want to see the zones. Very good. This means that they'll all be individually planted and always at the right distance. New recruit Cole, she's in. Welcome to the team, Cole. You are now allowed to wear people clothes. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and give her a human schedule, which is where she has basically do whatever you need to do during this time. And then let's make sure she gets to wear proper clothing. Oh yeah, look at that. Does it cost the same material to repair what you're mending? It costs steel and cloth to make a mending kit, which then repairs the HP on any item that is mended. You can also mend guns as well, Rising Shadows, so it mends any equipment. Can I make a nudist colony? You can, actually. It's one of the ideology settings that you can do. In fact, there is probably in here... No, I took them out, but there is an AI colony that always runs nudist. Yeah, it's not bad at all. And what's beautiful is... if you take a look at the settings for the mod too, it's one of those mods that's made where like you determine the level of balance that's appropriate for you, which I think is always best. Let the player choose their settings. It's something I've always harped on. Let the player determine what's balanced for their game. So Mend and Recycle is the mod. This tells you anything. You could choose if you don't want it to require fuel or power, or if it removes dead man, or if you want it to have a chance when it upgrades to actually damage the material further if you want to. Or yeah, we can try to mend this. You could have all this stuff up pretty high, and then you could say, yeah, there's a chance that this actually breaks the item further, right? And then you could be like, well, shit, maybe, we take a chance in trying to mend it, but it won't always work. And I think that's great. You can also use a mod that lets you change recipe values to say that the mending kits themselves are going to be more expensive. So I don't know. I'm always in favor of the individual player determining what's balanced to them and not telling players how to play their game. And I especially try to do that myself. I want to hand you the options. I want to hand you the ways that I would think about a situation that you're bringing to me, but I'm never going to tell you how to play your game, you know? I'm not going to, if you come in and be like, yeah, I always use dev console to cheat until like mid game and then I start playing there, but if I die, I just back and load autosave and saves come. I'm going to tell you, great, I'm glad you're having fun. Like, what the fuck else is there to say to that? There's absolutely nothing wrong with you having fun playing a video game that you paid money for. Yeah, I always appreciate mods that have a lot of settings. It's something that Neceros, who's been a long-time modder in RimWorld, he and I always had conversations about that, where it was, whenever he made a mod, I was always asking him, what are the settings going to be? What are the settings? And I know settings take a long time to make. I mean, they're not quick. But that is one of the biggest quality of life standards. It's going to make more players able to play your mod and willing to play your mod. Wait, we still need to grab this stuff. It hasn't really deteriorated yet, but some of this stuff is going to be higher priority than others. Let's go ahead and do an urgent haul on the stuff that's going to rot, or the stuff that we know is high value and we want to be able to sell. I have more money than I thought I did. Whoa. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get it all in. Let's just bring it all back. There's nothing down here that we don't want. If we do one urgent haul job, then it should all get done together. That'll be... Oh, fuck, man. I forgot about that gold. Oh, it's pretty good. If someone wants to put down wood floors on day 2, that's fine. You know, but you're going to run into your own economic problems with that bad decision. But you can run your game however you want. If you want to be inefficient with time and labor and you want to balloon the wealth of your colony and make the game harder for yourself so you can look at a prettier floor, by all means, do it. I do intend to put floors down here pretty soon. I do. I want to do it with cloth. I want to be able to plant carpet in a lot of places. Yeah. You floored a whole map just for Fraggle? Jesus. Jesus. Just to punish the man. He's a good boy. Why you do this? Low food. Yeah, we are. Well, no, we're not. Well, we are for this population. We've had a pretty significant population boom. This needs to be set up for uncooked simple soup. This needs to be set. So we had these, but they've not been in play yet, which is why we're still seeing a food deficit. So we actually need to get those placed. But these are going to be out of time now, which is unfortunate. Not too far. Not too far. It's acceptable. As long as they're in production, I think they're okay, because now we'll come in and replace those. We do have this set up for 7, though, right? We don't necessarily have the food for it. Imagine transforming all the soil on the map into carpet. My God, Crystal. That's cursed. Yeah, human meat is really hard to sustain early on because you don't really have a renewable source of humans apart from raiders, but early on you're not getting the population attacking you that you really need. I don't know if it really would be viable for colony only. Yeah. I think realistically you would have to supplement with something else, even if it was like just mushrooms and human meat when you can. Human meat when it's in season, but otherwise we don't bother. Yeah, that's true. The new small outposts do help. That's right. There's a lot more generation of small events for you to be able to engage. Warden for hire. Yeah, but like,
you are watching a master at work.
When does this guy get out of here? Accepted 20 days ago. Wants me to hold them 17 days. Yeah, but where's the shuttle? Where's the shuttle? Did I accidentally keep these guys forever? What? Hold on, did it say quest failed? I accepted 20 days ago. Did Wed get the... Enjoy your look, Crystal. Thanks for the bits, by the way. You are watching a master at work. A few people streaming this game that have the experience I do with it. It's active. It's not historical, so it's still going, but like... Where's the... Where's the shuttle? Yeah, they're like 3 days late. It'll tell you when the shuttle's gonna depart, but like... Maybe they forgot about him. We need a research project, by the way. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Yeah, Rising Shadow, I fully agree that anything that's going to be based on human meat is very difficult early on, but very viable later on. Could you click jump to shuttle? Is there a button for that? I didn't see a button for it. Oh, jump to shuttle. Oh, shit, hi! Oh, they've just been waiting for 3 days. Oh, shit. Cole, please. Don't strip him. Right-click the shuttle. Get in shuttle. We'll never do loading. Fuck's sake, Leandri. You know how to load. There you go. Thank God, fucking Umbreon. You're such a good boy. I made them wait. Never mind. Sorry, they were just having such a good time here. We wanted to give them like 3 days more soup. I'm shocked that I was waiting for a countdown timer. I was waiting for a count to shuttle departing in 24 hours, you know? Shit, Leander. Okay, fine. Cole will never do loading. We need to go ahead and get this one loaded as well. Go ahead, Ferdy. Go take care of it. Caravan to Dara. Oh, but it's gold. Neural heat dump is interesting. Coagulator is really strong for a melee boy. 31 will. 6 jumpsuits of normal. We're making those. We could have people strip and hand them over. For 9 honor? Where is this Dara? Bitch, you're high. That's not happening until I get, that's not happening probably ever. Let's be real. Cat is a master of loads. That's right, Rion. So is Ferdy, apparently. There we go. Get these fucking mouths out of my colony. Shit, that thing just almost ran Ferdy over. That would have been sad. Okay, so now, here, fuck off. Hear me out. Jimothy, not Jimothy, Bwed, now has the Freeholder 22, which 22 makes her a Praetor. No, makes her a Knight. She's a Knight. Jesus, she's gonna be Count. She's just gonna go from, like, nobody to Countess overnight. Damn, dude. Stop disrespecting the meeting table. I know. I need to, I'd be willing to put a hospital here in the center. We could do that. We could close that wall off and close that wall off and make this a hospital, but it would have a lot of traffic. That'd be actually kind of a nightmare. But putting a hospital over here would be good. Putting a hospital over here would be fine. This would be a good spot for a hospital, actually. Because if we're going to fight over here, then this is right off the edge of the courtyard. It's also right here by the prison. That makes a lot of sense. It's not too far from the drug lab either. There we go. Oh, nice. Tyvox, she found the glasses arrived. Those are so good. I can't wait to see them. I hope you bring them. Okay, we are going to design a hospital. The hospitals for me always end up looking kind of the same. I ended up doing pairs of beds that sit together because they can share modules that go between them. But I'm going to make this one a little bit more spacious. We're going to do like 7. You're going to think I'm fucking crazy. The drug lab, is that where they make the poppers? Yes, it is. It is where they make those. Oh yeah, this is going to be a big room. It's going to be fuck, this is a big hospital. Am I sure about this? God, am I sure about this? Yeah, I'm sure about this. God, look at the size of this building. This is way too big. Hold on. Let's just like cut that bitch in half and see what we can do with this. Like, God, if we need more of a hospital than this, then we're fucked. And we were just fucked. Let's try doing that as well. Widen that out a bit. We could do a door here and a door there. A door here and a door here makes more sense. Okay. We'll set standard beds. Let me just figure out where these are going to go for now. We'll just do sleeping spots. Because we do a hospital pair right there, hospital pair right there. We could do a hospital pair right there. That's 6 beds. We could do a hospital pair there. Okay, so that's not bad. That's 10 beds. God, if we need more than 10 beds, we're fucked. We can make some of these for slaves, and the prisoners just get whatever room they're in. We could put a medicine stash right there. This is where the storage will go. Let's just plan it. We won't actually put it in because we already have one of these. But we could do a medicine cabinet here. Probably there. Probably there. No. Honestly, probably right there and right there is what we'll do. Yeah, that feels right. Okay, we'll do it that way. Now, I think we'll be prepared for any outbreaks, any disease outbreaks. We do want to get this to be a proper door, though. So, sandstone? Sandstone would be good. I like sandstone doors, to be honest with you. We will want to floor this building, for sure. Out of symmetry, really? No, it's symmetrical. It's just horizontally symmetrical. Or vertically. Vertically symmetrical. So that's how you do it. The line of symmetry is vertical. Anyway. Oh, for the shelf. Oh, no, it should have been. It should have been just fine. There and there. Bitch. That's at least that's how I meant to have it. In either case. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll have room for 10 beds in there. We just need to get that set up, and we're actually going to do the floors. The question is, what floors are we going to do? Are we going to wait for sterile tiles? What material are we going to make it out of? Granite's really the only one that we have a lot of. Sandstone, we have 700. I like these tiles for a hospital. Let's do like a big 3x3 right there. Let's do a 3x3 there. Let's do another 3x3 here. Let's give it like deliberately ugly, like most hospitals should be. Yeah, I think that's good. We can do that, and then we just do this around the border. This floor tile around the border. I don't normally do floors, but when I do, dude, we go all out, okay? We go all out. Okay, and then for these sections, because they're different, we're gonna do the tighter sandstone tile. A little bit busier. We have the big tile around the outside, then the tight tile there in the center between the mosaic sections. You would have tried to put just one shelf in the middle. I think we're going to have enough medicine that we're actually going to need 2 shelves. So I think it's better to try and fit 2 in here. If we really needed to, we could close this off and put like another couple shelves back here. You know, put a wall there, and then we put a shelf there and a shelf there with a door. And that would also allow us to just have another area that the medicine's kept in. But there are a lot of things we can do with this. Let's go ahead and let them build this. Let's also get it connected to power. There are so many different ways to handle these things. And that's what I think is so cool about the game. Okay. Get that around. I think we'll go ahead a little bit of an investment to get the power down here as well. And then we should be fine. We'll do furniture once the building is built. Deliberately ugly is your fashion style, Jinx. Nice. Very good. I think this hospital would be more than sufficient for our needs. I probably am going to fence here and put the coolers right on those 2 spots, 2 coolers. This is a room that I'm going to invest for cooler, because if we do get something like heat stroke, this is where they're going to go to recover. We can't be dealing with heat stroke if we're, you know, we get a heat wave or some shit like that. So we are going to plan to do overwall coolers, 2 of them, one right there and there. Do I have the material for? I do. We have plenty. We have the power for it too. I do end up using heart-shaped hospitals as well. We only have 1 person in prison now. It's Cthulhu. I just want him to join us so he can start writing books for us. I mean, we're probably going to finish this book before he gets out now. I mean, Don's been doing a great job with this shit. It's been nice. It is 7:17. I'm going to go ahead and pop in. Let's just check the queue. Let's just check the queue real quick. Look at the rate that the building is getting done here. Wow. They're making it happen, dude. We also, oh, hold on. I like to do, once we floor our room, I like to do paved tile in the doorway and then outside the door as well. This stops any foliage from growing right there. Not that it would in this biome. But it also makes a decent landing that you're likely to catch dirt at here as sort of a doormat, if you will. Where they're likely to drop stuff here on their first tile, some in the doorway, before they actually start dropping it inside the hospital. We also don't want to have doors on opposite sides of the building, because what will happen is they'll see this as a path through. So they'll be walking through the hospital even if they don't need to go there. We only want them to ever go to the hospital or go through these doors if they intend to go to the hospital. Nothing else. That stops a lot of the traction and will stop... tracking, and will prevent a lot of the sort of typical filth that you're going to see in a floored structure. And that laying out and designing your buildings in a very specific way can help you not have to deal with filth as much. I do still think that it'd be worth putting a trash can or two around here, because it will increase the cleanliness by passively cleaning over time for any tracking that does coincidentally occur. Also, we do still only have the 5. We don't have anybody else who's being brought in as an intern, so that's going to be nice. Top wearing the smoke grenade. I don't know if I wanted to hold that. Let's go ahead and have her drop that. I really should turn off belts. They're not allowed to wear any of those either. I do think that those should just get hauled somewhere. And more medicine coming in, which is nice. Yeah, I'm just getting into the queue. It's only a queue of 300. I still think I'm going to wait on the queue because I do want to get a nice 2-3 hours of RimWorld in right now. I think at 8 o'clock we'll get into the queue, and then whatever time that is to get into New World will be when we transfer over. There we go. So no, the queue is only 350 right now. That's not bad. Yeah, 2-3 hours of RimWorld and then New World. Oh. Shoot frenzy for Cole will be nice if we get raided. Except that he can't have a gun. Oh no, he can. He needs a gun though. That's the thing. We need a gun for these guys. God, I'd love to get gunsmithing up soon. Cole is gonna get this machine pistol. Cole's an awful shot, so Cole gets more bullets. Does New World limit the amount of players, or is it just because it's new? It's new. It has a 2,000 online limit per server. Our server is one of the more popular right now. Whoa. You fucking slutsy Finnick foxes. Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm glad I caught that. Jesus, glad she's got a new gun. All right, stand in line. We're gonna go right here. We're gonna stand right there. You guys are gonna form a nice line. We're gonna get behind it. And we're gonna hope to God that they don't get around us. There we go. Helio is not popular because of Bustin. I hope you know that. There we go. There we go. We're gonna do like this. There we go. Okay, and then there it is. Very good. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. I think it'd be better if we were holding in the doorway. Do we have time to do that? This is a lot of foxes. It's 15 foxes. The better way to handle this would be in the doorway. Oh no, Bustin's made the server better. I'm glad he's there. But you can't blame him for the high populations. That is not accurate. All right, we're going to put you there. Shabby's going to go here. Yiz is going to go there, so only one guy's in the door at a time. Don and Top are just going to go into the back to fill in. We're gonna fall back here. Hopefully we have time. I think we do. Yeah, we have time. Reposition. Get into a much better spot here. Get these guys into a shot where they're able to shoot the door. There we go. So now we just have to hope that these guys don't go down too quickly. If they do, hopefully we're able to fill the position before they get by. I hate when they do this. They're pushing us around. How the fuck does that even happen? How is Feder pushed out of her position? They're walking around now, which is interesting. They must not see that they have a pathway in. Feder, I need you to go ahead and grab Shabby. Get him out of the door. Don's going to move into this position. This is why we're doing this here in the hospital, too, because as soon as enough of these guys are down, what we're going to be able to do is say, go ahead and haul some of these bodies out onto the floor. Okay. Shabby is way down there. He's got 7 hours. We're going to go ahead and have Bwed do doctor stuff, or is it Vegas? Who's going to do doctor stuff? Leandri? No. Bwed, you're a doctor, right? Yeah, she's a doctor. Bwed is going to go ahead and tend Shabby, because we're in the hospital. It's really dirty in here, but we can have a doctor do stuff. As opposed to Dr. Doolittle. All right. This should be the last Fennec or two. Yiz is taking a lot of damage. He's going to need to go to the hospital. Yiz, go ahead. We're going to mark some of these for slaves so that they're able to go lay down. Rest until healed. Same with Dawn. You're out. Feder is a little bit wounded. We can maybe get one more bed for her. Go ahead and let Feder go ahead and get in bed. And Top can hold the door here. Okay, I think that's all the Phoenix. They're all dead. Let's go ahead and check here. Hey, Loist boy. There we go. One of your healers in your raid AFK during the first fight, then the second one AFK during the third fight. What? The healers are bickering. Nice. I love the shit posting. All right, so now we can go ahead and get out of there. They should tend each other. Should be fine. We want to make a space that holds animal corpses. Let's see, animal corpses of any kind, and then we want to do an urgent haul. If you are not doctoring, then you are grabbing these guys and getting them out of the doorway. Nope, stop. Take these foxes, get them moved. These guys got to be finished off. Top, that's your job. Let's see, finish off, and then we should be able to move their bodies. Same with you. Okay. Go ahead and haul this Finnick when you're done. Same with this. Haul that and haul that. I didn't mean really to pick it up, but I guess that's what we're doing. Just drop it off outside. That's all we want, and then we need Leander cleaning. Clean, because this is where infections are going to come in. We need to get these infections taken care of. We need to close that door as well. Top, I just need you to actually haul this. There we go. And we're going to draft, undraft. We can take out the animal corpse qualification from this zone. Now what's going to happen is, Top, you're going to help clean an area that is not reserved by Leandre. There we go. What? Leandre, clean. 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 Okay, well, I guess Leandre will clean. Vegas is now tending himself. I really don't want you to be self-tending. We have enough doctors that you shouldn't need to. So how are we doing? Let's check the medical tab. We're all right. Looking good. No infections yet. We have artery blockage here on Vegas. That's something to keep in mind. We may want to give him a prosthetic heart eventually. This fucker's going to be all machine, and he's not even transhumanist. He's just trying to keep this asshole alive. Yeah, no, they get used to it, though. Jinx, they get used to seeing, like, the piles of dead fucking bodies everywhere. They don't actually get used to it, but we can make them get used to it. No, you're not done. No, there's still blood. No, bitch, I swear to God, I will cockblock you until you die. There we go. Clean the blood. Clean the blood. No infections. Did we get any infections? No infections. Good. We avoided infections so far. Yeah, transhumanist, more pronouns. Yep. It's good, though. Transhumanism is really good in this game, just because it's somebody that wants to get rid of their meat body. They want a cyborg body, like a proper fucking weeb. Okay, so this is the mending menu and how this works. You could do weapons and apparel. Simple apparel is just going to be your clothing. Complex apparel is going to be your armor, your equipment, your things like that. Okay, we're going to mend clothing for now. I'm going to say do forever if it meets the following qualifications. It has to be. It doesn't. The HP doesn't matter because that's what we're here for. It has to be normal or better. We're not mending anything below that. Anything below that, we're just selling, getting rid of, let it get destroyed. And we are also only keeping certain pieces of equipment that we are producing, or that we want to make sure that we keep. Something like a let's see, a jumpsuit we want to keep. Let's see. Pants? No, we don't even care about pants. Dusters eventually we'll want to do. So dusters we know we want to keep as part of our. These are our uniform items effectively. Builder's jacket and builder's hat, which is a hat. It's not here. Those things we know we want to keep. Let's see. I just want to make sure that we've got everything we want to grab from that section. Okay, let's say headgear. Doop. Broad wrap. Let's see, cowboy hat. We are probably gonna make cowboy hats for ourselves. So let's just put that in there. A hard hat we want. Okay. Tempted to do horse mask, but we'll say no. I think even a sombrero would work, man. That'd look great. Visage mask we want to go ahead and repair. Okay, armor. We want to do very specific. Headgear. Let's see, not these guys. Oh, I guess this is the medieval armor. Utility is going to be the belts. We do want, okay, utility items we want to repair. These utility items are worth money. We want to make sure that they're kept up to date. Capes as well. Let's see. We're not wearing any of that stuff yet. We're not wearing any of that stuff. And that should be enough. This is the only stuff that we're really holding on to right now. Everything else can be killed. Okay? Not worried about it. For over here, we do want to actually start making mending kits. We want to make sure that we always have 5. I want to make sure that we always have 5 as a top priority because that's the ammo that's used by this. It's going to need to have mending kits to even be used. We also want to repair slave collars and harnesses. Let me make sure that I've got that. Sorry. We want to make sure that the intern equipment is maintained. Yeah, Jinx, that's exactly how the pawns feel. I want some bionic eyes to replace the shit ones I've already got. Yeah, getting raided by a bunch of people just in horse masks, I'd be like, oh, must be spring break. Need research project. I'm so bad about the fucking research tonight. Sterile attire is here. Metal alloyed barricades, auto door, medieval props, and pemmican. These are all kind of shit for us. We don't really want many of these. I'm tempted to go pemmican. Just because it's real fast. The auto door ends up eating all your components. The sterile attire is very expensive, but I don't see us actually keeping this stuff off on long term. And the military clothing, well, I mean, I would like to have... I'm pretty sure I can't wear an apron and a bulletproof vest at the same time. I'm pretty sure. If we were to do work attire, we go through at the... Oh, it's not in work attire. What? Is apron just a basic item in the game now? Apron. No, vanilla apparel expanded, but it doesn't need research. So it is middle. This is the same as the armor. But this covers legs. It's a shame, though, so we can't do aprons and armor. I would rather do armor than aprons. We're still going to make the aprons, but if we start making the bulletproof vests over time, then we're going to know. Yeah, fucking bulletproof apron would be nice. Yeah, so it's a shame that those are mutually exclusive there because they occupy the same layer. Hey, it is what it is, though. I suppose we should start also trying to make dusters. We'll copy from the same deal over here. Try and keep 2 dusters at all times. Eventually, once we get some Devil Strand in, we'll say only Devil Strand. I think it'd be worth going ahead and still saying... Where is the vest? Hold on. Let me make sure that that bulletproof vest is in there. It isn't. Can it not be repaired? Can the bulletproof vest not be repaired? Maybe it's not listed here because we don't have it researched, but... Yeah, because we have the rest of the stuff researched, I'm pretty sure. No, we don't, because there's royal stuff in here, so I suppose the bulletproof vest cannot be repaired. I'd rather have, I'd have the apron. Devil Strand apron. Leandri, stop being injured, bitch. This stuff needs to get cleaned, but it'll get cleaned in time. I'm just hoping that we can avoid infection. Uh-oh. Blood loss here for Fagus because he's not been tended yet. Why? Why has he not been tended? Can a doctor fucking wake up and take care of Fagus, please? Oh my god. He said a minor wound that's gonna fucking kill him. There we go. The hospital's coming together pretty quickly. I do like the floor that we put in there. It's not beautiful, you know. It's workable, though. It's workable, and that's all that matters. The walls are just about done. Once we get this door up, it'll be properly enclosed. They'll put a roof on it. Yeah, I was really thankful that we had the vision right up along here. Just enough to be able to see what was attacking us, because it was clearly a raid. That was very nice. Okay, Leandre making these kits. Oh, hold on. We're going to make sure these kits get stored over here. Just one stockpile zone goes right there. And this is critical. The only thing that goes there is kit. Mending kit. That's all that goes here. It's the only thing that goes there. So Leandre, go ahead and stop. She's going to move it. She's actually going to load it up, which is good. Then we can mend our simple apparel forever, which is going to be, I think, the tailor's job. It's specifically either that or it was separated out, but I'm pretty sure it's part of the tailoring job. Oh, it's part of crafting. It's part of a low-level crafting job. Interesting. Okay, so that's good to know. That's good to know. We're getting this thing built, too. Leandro, you're going to the doctor for your finger, right? Why the fuck is Ferdy bleeding? He's not. He's just tracking blood in here. Can you not? Where did that blood come from? Is that your blood? All right, so the roof will get put on soon. We can start actually building the furniture, and I'd love to build them out of wood. We can get these transferred over. So go ahead and get them reinstalled. We'll move the medicine cabinet over here. We'll have this one that just goes there for now. We'll have this one get moved over as well, put onto that spot. This one here. So we've already got some of these beds, and this is why I don't mind building single beds early on, because I know that eventually they're going to get used, right? We only have to build 2 beds in addition to this. So that's good. Well, no, we need to build 4. That's right. So let's go ahead and do these 2 right here as well. Because we could put a couple medicine cabinets right up here. Like we could do 1 medicine cabinet instead of these beds. Get rid of these beds and we do medicine cabinet here and 1 there. We put like a sink right there. That could be cute too. Right in the middle. I think we'll put a sink. We won't have a sink. I think we just won't worry about that level of decoratives. But it's a little bit extra space because you really only need a 3x3. Really only 3x2 to be able to get this in there. With a vitals monitor and an IV drip in order to get really, really strong medical facility, right? Because as long as it is within the 8 surrounding tiles of the head of the bed, it links to that bed. So we can have a thing there that connects both of these 2 beds here. But then I do also like having this open space on the side where the doctor can walk up into it beside the bed without any obstruction, right? I also, sometimes what I do if I'm really bougie is I'd put those additional, I'd space this out even more. I'd have a cloth divider in between the 2 of these, and then an alleyway, like this door, this would be gone. I'd put their IV bag maybe right there, vitals monitor there, and then I'd put a cloth drape between them, and then I'd put the other 3x2 space for the other bed there. But this is a bit more compact. There's just no privacy, but this is a colony where everyone's already seen everyone else naked, so it's kind of like whatever, you know? No one really cares. 1.4 resistance still on Cthulhu. We're about to break his spirit. That'll be really good for us. And right as we get down to 9 meals, we got a bunch of that soup coming through. A bunch of blood everywhere. I think it's just getting tracked through here, but luckily Jimothy is cleaning up for us. And we're getting a pretty good amount of meat coming in from the Phoenix that did not rot instantly, which is nice. It sounds like a survival scenario to me, Jinxed. You know, everyone seeing everyone naked is just more of a. There's not a shyness to this. You know, everyone does what they need to do. Leandri is making an apron out of fox fur. Fucking cool deal, dude. How close are we on the Devil Strand? We're up to 70 potentially on some of these. That's really nice. And these are going to hold any textile. We're not limiting it. Cargo pods for weapons. Where do these guys land? Right outside here. Are we close enough that someone could get those? No. Getting these beds moved over. Make sure that they're marked hospital. Because they already have their bedroom beds. We want to make sure that they have their hospital beds. We're going to build a copy over on this side as well. Right there. It does, the medicine cabinet does look like it has a sink in it. It just is, there is an actual facility called sink that we could build. We're going to want to have a couple lights in here. Just to make sure that there's no concern about there being these dark little pockets somewhere. We'll do that, and I can't think of anything else that we want to do in here. I'm thinking maybe just having a turret in here. You think I'm fucking crazy, but yeah, we can do that. I've had a turret in my hospital before, and it's come in handy a couple times. I can't build a turret yet, but if we were to build a turret, having one in here could be useful. I also want a turret in here, maybe one that goes right there and one that goes right there, just so that the prisoners remember who's boss, but also the interns. Dr. Turret, the classic. That's right, Ferdy. He's been a staple of many a successful colony for a long time now. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pop into queue. Whatever queue it's at, once it pops in, we'll get playing New World. I think it'll be fun. Colonist needs treatment. It's Dawn. Are you calling him a colonist? Oh shit, he's infected. We did get an infection right as I stopped looking. Oh shit, this doesn't, oh, it does list slaves. Yep, there he is. Infection, his immunity is way high though. He's doing great. He's doing great. He can afford to get up and walk around a little bit, you know? Need research project? Fuck! Auto doors, props, sterile attire. Let's do pemmican. Let's do pemmican because it is a decent thing we can make if we're that desperate for food, it's something that we can use. We need to get rid of these bodies, actually. Letting them rot here is not great. There is actually a decent place to put these. You did that fairly right, Jinx. Yeah, I don't know if I want to take the names. I'm also considering renaming Cthulhu. I think it's a little immersion break in there. Hey, Timon.
Hey, T_I_M_A__N. You and me are gonna be best friends forever.
Thanks for the Prime sub, brother. Keeping up that streak. Can't wait to see it, Marshcon, man. It's gonna be a damn good time. I appreciate the support as well, dude. All right, there we go. Let's get this in there. How you doing tonight? You playing anything, Timon? Or are you just being a dickhead? Is that it? Just dicking around? Meeting table's disrespected until this hospital gets moved out. And then we have a proper meeting room. We just have to get a floor going on. Bulkheads trader flying overhead. This is like fucking candy to me. I hope you know that. Okay, 17% for her, by the way. Just relaxing. I'm glad to hear it, man. Thanks for hanging out with us, even if only for a moment. You got 9 packaged survival meals, which are designed to be sold. Fox meat sold. 69 corn sold. All right, components we're keeping. Cloth we're keeping. We're out of cloth, actually. We got a bunch of leather. There's sin thread. There's rhino leather, but it's extremely expensive. This is way more expensive than leather should be. Fox fur is worth a bit more money. We're going to go ahead and sell the 27 that we have. The shells we don't want to keep. Let's go ahead and get rid of those as well. Let's just open our inventory here. Sell out the stuff that we don't want to keep. A cloth tunic we don't care about. A normal collar we can keep, I suppose. There's the gold. An excellent gun link would be really nice. Hey, Inovia. Good to see you, friend. Welcome back. Yeah, fucking bulk goods traders are the best. That's where you can make the most money. You want bulk goods trader because then they allow you to talk to the exotic goods traders. I'm tempted to buy more steel. I know I've got 800, but like if we just look at that, I'd pay $1,000 for 1,200 steel. I'd pay $1,000 for 1,200 steel in an instant. How's my medicine, by the way? None of it's stored, but I don't think we have any industrial meds. I think it all got fucked. So if I buy like 15, that's worth about $300. Until we can make it ourselves, I think it's just worth buying medicine. And then we don't need anything else. I feel like we're good there. So yeah, it's minus $1,400. We go down to 3,000, but I feel very strongly about the things that we're purchasing here. God, a Thrumbo fur duster. Oh, wow. Okay. God, that's actually really tempting. It's an exact article of clothing that we intend to produce, but it's Thrumbo fur. It may only be normal, but that doesn't hurt it. It's still Thrumbo fur. We do always need components, but I'm really worried about stockpiling up to like 150, 200 because it's going to be one of those things where it's going to add wealth that we can't really do anything with. I'm glad you enjoy, man. Feel free to ask questions. RimWorld is a game that has a lot of depth and complexity at times, and if you don't really know what you're looking at, then it can be a challenge to follow along. But I love getting people excited about this game. It's a game I'm really passionate about. I have been for a long time, and I'd be happy to explain what's going on. If you have any questions or things you like, you hear me talk about this 3 or 4 times, but you never know what's going on. I want you to be able to follow along with the conversation. I think that you'll enjoy your time here even more. You know. So feel free to ask questions. You're never going to bother me. I mean, I was a teacher in high school for 3 years. You cannot bother me by asking me questions. If anything, I take it as a compliment that you're interested. But I just appreciate you guys hanging out, man. I think it's the coolest fucking thing that I get to do this. Okay, I'm going to let chat decide if we get this duster. Here's the reason this duster is great. It's 62 armor, which is great. 62% of every bullet that doesn't have armor pin. 62% of shots that hit this will simply deflect. That's great. It has a fuckload of insulation. It covers the torso, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the legs. That's why it's so nice. If you shoot my leg, you're going to have to go through this duster. Because we have mending up, we're able to actually hold on to it as well. Fucking Timon. I love you, dude. Rimmel is one of those games where you can have thousands of hours and still learn something. Yeah, I've got like 6,000 hours at this point playing this game. And I'm still learning stuff all the time, especially because it's still in development again. So it's really good. Teacher, can I go to the bathroom? That was one of the first things we figured out in my class was that You don't ask to go to the bathroom. You're an adult. I'm going to treat you like an adult. As long as you don't abuse your privileges of being able to get up and handle yourself, you will be allowed to just get up and handle yourself. You know, I was that class where you're just like, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. You're like, cool, be back. Mental timer. You get like 5 minutes where I'm going to start to feel like you've fucking died somewhere. But otherwise, just do what you need to do. Like, there's very few places as an adult where you have to ask to go to the bathroom, and high school should be that point where we start to train the children that that's no longer acceptable behavior, you know? Yeah, and I would have students with, and this is why it's important, like if I did see a student that was going to the bathroom like every day in my class, it'd probably be a sign of emotional distress. They want to get out of the room rather than they actually need to go to the bathroom, which is when you as the teacher swoop in and go, hey, how are you feeling? Are you all right, you know? And I did have students that there was one specifically that was really anxious about some of the people that they had in class, because she had some really bad relationships with some people in the class, and she just felt so anxious at times that she wanted to get out of the room. And that's all that was. And I didn't question her on that. I said, okay, I appreciate your transparency. I'll understand. If you're going to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. If you need to go 2 or 3 times, go. As long as you get your work done, I'm not going to have a problem with you being an adult, you know? Yeah. Hey, lot cool. Thanks for paying your syntax, dude. Yeah, or a teacher that asks you snarky, I don't know, can you? Oh God, I always hated that. Just if people ask an honest question, don't fuck with them. Just give them an answer. Anyway. $1,300 though. Because here's the hesitation I have. Here's the hesitation I have with buying this, because this is actually a treasure. This is very good. If it was Devil Strand, I wouldn't buy it. If it was Hyperweave, I probably couldn't afford it. But Thrumbo is right in that middle ground, you know? My concern is that the step up from Devil Strand to Thrumbo Fur is not going to be so significant that this $13.49 is worth it. I am seeing in my head where I buy this, feels great, one pawn gets it, and then that's one pawn that has it for $13.49 that will be effectively half of our remaining money. Then an exotic goods trader shows up with an Architect arm or a leg or, you know, a healer mech serum or something, and I can't afford it because I bought a Thrumbo Fur duster. Is this Thrumbo Fur duster worth not being able to buy that other stuff for a while? You are supposed to profit off of bulk goods traders. You should not be looking at these as things that you lose money on. I'm even considering, you know what? This is the deal. Because I'm willing to lose, I lose $44 for a Thrumbo Fur duster. I wrote the art of the deal, by the way. That other stupid orange motherfucker just took credit. We are going to have a bunch of drugs to sell soon. That's right, Rising Shadow. I still think the Thrumbo Fur is worth it, but not if it put us into poverty. This doesn't put us into poverty. We just don't get the other 1,200 steel. We don't need it. We're buying it as a luxury. I think that's the deal. Because we're still getting 15 medicine out of this. I think this is a good deal. And y'all will find I spend a lot of time on these trade screens because this is where a lot of your actual power comes from. Because this is giving you access to resources you otherwise wouldn't really be able to produce. And making sure that you're liquidating resources you don't care about into resources that you do. That conversion is one of the most important things to get used to in pretty much any game, but especially RimWorld. Thrumbo Fur head bag. Yeah, you could do that. Is there one in here? No way. There he is. It's a set. Oh shit, I can't buy this. That looks like a fucking KKK uniform. What the fuck? I'm not buying this set. I'm not buying this set. If it was a robe and Thrumbo Fur head bag, I would have some problems here. Luckily it's a duster. It's a trench coat. I can't unsee it either. Fuck's sake. Okay, we're buying the duster. Okay, we're buying the duster. Gotta buy the set now? Fuck. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. But now I can't unsee the head bag. It's just a KKK cone. Have to kill those people. In game. In game. Ah, Jesus. That's a fucking minefield of getting sued. Okay, so I actually want Bwed to wear it specifically. I want Boyd to wear that. Is RimWorld similar to Terraria? Almost nothing. Almost no. It's a colony sim. It's one where, yeah, you do have to gather resources to... oh, she can't wear the cape. She has to wear the cape. I thought the cape was, is the cape outer? Oh, the cape is shit. Oh, fuck. She has to wear the cape as part of her HR duties. She's the human resources officer. She wants to wear a cape. She will be unhappy for not wearing... it'll say something like, wants HR manager appropriate apparel. Let's go ahead and have her force wear this, and maybe we put Ferdy in it. Ferdy is very strong. I'd like to protect Ferdy, so let's put Ferdy in there. Gunlink is a headgear, yeah, plus 304 to shooting accuracy, which is really nice. So, Ainova, there is resource gathering from this map, but you really are just trying to use what you can generate within the map for the most part. It's just a colony sim. You see it, we're building buildings, and I suppose there are some overlaps there with it. It just looks very different. It's top-down as opposed to cross-section. There aren't like bosses for you to hunt down, but the part of it that is just resource gathering and trying to build a town, yes, very much. Yeah, I would say that's pretty fair, but not very much more than that. Not much more than that as an overlap. Yeah. Damaged ship. We might do this. The honor is nice, and these tend to be really easy. We're also pretty well equipped for combat if the shuttle lands within our claimed territory, which is a decent 25% of the map. If it does land within our quadrant here, then we have a really good place to engage these enemies, which I think could be very effective. For 5 more honor on Bwed, I really do like the idea of getting her up to... She's at Freeholder rank right now. If we could get her all the way up to Praetor... She's at 22 right now, so she's just barely a knight. 4 would put her to 26. She needs 31 total for Praetor. And the shuttle loot. I think this is worth. The Psychic Harmonizer, not so much. The Goodwill, I don't really care about. They have to survive for 4 hours, and they have 4 troopers of their own. There'll be pirates with guns, but, like, we can use the troopers. We only need the commander to survive. Are there any free pawns? So, Timon, all you gotta do if you want to get a name in the list, let me just show you real quick. You're gonna get a double vision of the game. Let me show you. This is the name queue. So when you claim, do the claim pawn, it goes in as a request. When I get a new pawn, I take the name at the top of the list, I mark it as complete, and then it goes off the list, right? At the end of the night, I do reject all. For any that were not taken, you get your knives back. So if you want to put a name in the pool, it doesn't permanently cost you anything. It only costs you if I actually end up using your name. So whether I have an open pawn right now or not, you're really reserving for if I do get a new pawn by the end of the night. So I recommend go ahead and just put the cost in there if you want to do it. And then that'll be taken care of. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and do this for Bwed. Yes. I don't know that I really agree with that, but it's done. Oh, yeah, they're in a good spot. They're in a really good spot. They landed in an area where they've got cover for themselves. This is really nice. This is really nice. Okay, so I know that the raiders are going to arrive here very soon. The only concern I have here is Ferdy, but he's not really close to an edge. This is a little bit scary, but Cole's inside. They're probably going to run this way and through up here to kill them there. We don't have a lot of cover against an enemy that's down here, but we can stay in here and then flank the shit out of them as soon as they do get into a position. Yeah, and they we'll get to just deconstruct this for the loot. And they're pretty well equipped, actually. I'm not going to be surprised to see that they can handle this on their own. We just don't want the commander to get shot down because that would be unfortunate. I don't care what happens. I do want to get paid, you know. You want to change it to Susan. Let me go ahead and take yours out, Jinxed. I'll reject it. Your knives have just been refunded. Go ahead and put in the new request for Susan. There we go. Nice. I don't know when they're going to arrive, though. But we've only got 8 hours. Like, basically, we need to be ready for combat right now. I wouldn't have accepted this if we were really out of action, but our gunners are ready to go. I would love to get a better gun for her, but it's going to be something we need to buy, and that's kind of what I want to save our money for. A heavy SMG would be good. Some other things would be good. I'm just watching the radar, and we're going to go on speed 3 here. As soon as I see some more red dots appear, we know that it's time to fight. I'm also trying to make sure that my colonists don't go too far away from where we know that we're going to end up doing some combat. Here we go. Norma or Gina would be good. Yeah, Susan could be good too. Any of them would work. Any of those names would be good. This is a concern. Freddie needs to get back in, but he needs that wood too. I ain't gonna keep him down. There we go. Things are looking pretty solid. We're about halfway through that research as well. So what are we doing right now? It's Pemmican. Yeah, it was just a dud. We're just trying to re-roll, get some of these shit ones out of here. I'm probably going to start actually doing props soon because I'd like to get them out of the pool. If we don't find anything... Oh, there they are. If we don't find anything more useful, then yeah, we're going to do... then we're going to start actually doing the props just to get them out of there. Honestly, though, we'll probably just keep taking the cheapest shit research that we have. Okay, so I really want to keep most of our combatants in here. I do think that with Leandri being where she is, let's have her go into that room, but specifically up there and then in here, so she can take position here to fire down if she needs to. Jimothy's going to join her up there. Ferdy and Fagus will take this doorway. And Bwed and Cole will probably be down here as a flanking force. I don't know if they're going to attack us, as in they might start lighting this shit on fire. Maybe they're going to come in and start punching benches. We'll have to see what they do. They may just go for these guys, which would be ideal because we can trap them in here as a kill box effectively. They'll take cover there. They'll probably take cover there, there. Depends on how many there are. We could count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dudes. So we're about even, but we have access to these 4 guys as well. They don't have a lot of really good positions to take for defense, though. We didn't really give them many options. So it's going to be fine. We're just going to get into a position where we're not being attacked. I think we are going to drama mode it, though. I think that that's going to be good. Feder, specifically, I want to have in this doorway. She's going to be there to take... she could stall them, actually. If we show Feder, she stands right there. They're going to take position to try and shoot her, and then she can run back. The enemy will stop running forward, and they'll stop. They'll go to another position. They'll get there, realize the threat is now moved, and then they'll start running again. It's a really good way for you to potentially slow down the enemy, but because what I see is that they're starting to spread out, they're trickling in what looks like one by one, that's going to be more advantageous for us. But you can actually cause that spreading out by a group that's clumped up together. Show them a pawn to react to. They spread out to find cover to attack that pawn, but then your pawn is running away before they get into that position. And what happens is the AI ends up spreading itself out a bit more, and you can end up getting nice little clusters like this. It's not something you would do unless you really did have preemptive awareness, which you can. This guy's melee, that's excellent. We're probably going to open this door to shoot him if that's the case. Have Boyd just stand in the door to shoot her as she comes around the corner. It will. Are they all melee? Stun grenades. These guys aren't really very dangerous, in my opinion. 3 shots on Buffy. 1 more round, then we're going to fall back behind the door again. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Cole should be able to get a shot here, and Buffy's down before they even have a chance to engage. Hopefully the door shuts. Door did not shut, which means now we're engaged down here. Looks like we're going to be fighting this. So we're going to get these guys back into position. We want you guys to be on that spot. Shoot whoever's in the doorway. You guys are going to probably try and fall back as best you can. We're going to be fighting in here. I was a little bit too greedy with this, so this guy's going to be able to get in. If we actually fall back quickly enough, nobody else will be able to make it to the door before we do. She's going to go right there. I bet you. She's going to go right there and try and throw a grenade in. We're going to close the door. This guy will be locked in here with us. These 2 are going to stay where they are because we don't want to get any more risks. So no one's going to actually be able to get into this room. If we back up, then they're going to have to chase to come and get us. So fall back. You 2 fall back as well because that stun grenade's going to be pretty wide. Yeah, they fell back, but he's stunned right there. Look at that. She's got a gun. She's actually going to try and shoot us. We just want that door to shut. That's all that matters. We shut the door. We took very little damage except Cole got stabbed a little bit. So Cole's going to go back there and just get a cold one. We're going to have, because I think someone's going to take cover right there. They might run up here and take cover in this position. We want to get back into our flanking position here. Vegas is going to go there. We're going to put Bwed up there. She does have a smoke grenade if she needs it. Shabby's still wounded from before. So let's get these guys over here. But Cole does need to join us over on this side. I think even right down here and keep Ferdy and Cole in a position ready to flank. Because we can see that they're going through there. We can see around the... Oh, dynamite there. You know, we could probably open this door again and shoot this guy. We've got one more guy coming in very slowly. They're about to start engaging. These guys are very outgunned. I don't think that we actually need to help anymore in order to be successful. Let's have Don open the door so that we can go after Chak in here. He's going to be alone and very, very much outgunned. Look at that. Yeah, he's going to have Ferdy on him too. He's down. He didn't even get a chance to hit Don. This is what I love about guerrilla tactics. You see how effective that was? Knowing when they're isolated and then being able to get into a position to flank them. Now Ferdy, they're stuck here. Look at this. We're going to have Feder go in this doorway. We're going to have Leandri get right there. We're going to have Jimothy get right behind here. Now they're going to be opened up against two more positions that they really can't do anything against. In fact, Jimothy just go right there. Boed is going to be able to shoot over. Fegus is probably going to get into a position. Really would like him to get really engaged. Feder can go in and punch O'Keefe here, actually. Let's go have that happen. Let's open this door, keep it open. We're not going to do drama, but this isn't going to be going on for very much longer. We want O'Keefe down real quick. We want O'Keefe to die. The stun grenades won't hurt us. We just don't want this to actually get a shot off. Dorota here doesn't have any cover at all. Her cover's been defeated. That's because we have someone who flanks her from the back, from the front, from the right, and from the left. Now their AI is broken. They don't have anywhere to take cover behind. She just doesn't take cover, which means that we have defeated this raid. Now she's going to punch us because she doesn't have a choice. They will attack anyone in melee range. She has a shield, so now she can't get shot very much. She's non-lethal. Doesn't matter what she does. So now we have completely dissected this raid. There's one more guy coming in, but it doesn't matter. The Rhoda here is probably going to get shot, but live. Buffy is also alive. I thought she was dead. So now, not only did we take very little damage, Cole took a little bit of hit there because I was a little bit overzealous, but ultimately I think it was the right call. Here's what's going to happen. Dawn, you're going to capture Buffy. Top, you're going to capture Dorota. Feta, you're going to go to the hospital. You guys are going to go back to work. Look how effective that was. Look how effective that was. Good job, everybody, on those shots. These guys are very safe now as well. Their other shuttle will arrive. This guy's going to run, so he's not even a threat. Nice. And we can deconstruct this shuttle. We get to keep it, and that's really nice, too. So we also got some TNT. We got a couple meals. We got some packaged survival meals. These flash grenades are extremely effective. They can even stun and disorient mechanoids, which is good to know. But they are from a mod. I find them very powerful. I tend to not use them unless I'm desperate. This guy's so slow, I probably could have sent out an aggressive party to go capture him. Cole got really badly wounded there. Those 3 cuts on both of her legs and one on the torso. Dude, the dude just like a quick left and right on the thighs and then fucking jabbed her. Wow. These guys are almost certainly dead too. The amount of time that they're going to need to be able to get to the hospital and then get treatment as well is probably not realistic that they're going to survive. Only 4, it's still 4 hours and 3 hours. It's better than I thought it would be. Okay, let's go ahead and copy this, paste it over here. We've got our two hospital beds. We need to get this one marked as an actual hospital bed. I think we're going to do our interns in these 2 beds. We'll have 2 beds for interns. If we need more than that, then we'll specifically give them to them. Here we go. Looks like they're going to get saved. Shuttle leaving in 12 hours. Nice. They should just be able to get in there and go. They go on their own. We got a little bit of steel, a little bit of components, some plasteel. And what's even better than that, we got some more credit for her. She's at 27 out of 31 now to be able to get to Praeteri. Thought I heard a gunshot. Okay, I'm just dumb. Let's see, Shabby, how you doing? Doing all right. And Cole in the regular hospital is now getting tended and is okay. Good deal. Medical emergency over here for Dorota. She's got 5 hours though, so she's been tended. Unfortunately for her, she survived, which means that she will not have the release of death. She will either be brought into servitude or we're going to execute her. Depends on what we want to do. She's not considered guilty, though, which is very interesting. Let's take a look at the bio. Who do we got here? Social and medical. Undergrounder, Night Owl, Miss Sandra. Sounds like very much like another pawn that we have here. For crafting, though, can be very useful. Bye, I know of you. See you, friend. I will have a great stream. I appreciate you. You and your well wishes. You're just another ray of sunshine, dude. We got some really fucking sweet people in the community right now. The people who were always here, but some of the new people, fuck yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Buffy's worth it. I don't know if Buffy's worth it at all. Yeah, cute chat, that's right. Yeah, fuck you, Murgo. All right, listen, what would this pawn do? Haul and clean. They would also for sure haul bodies. I mean, we could use somebody who doesn't have any issue walking Lost a toe, but otherwise no bad back, no frail. She's 27 years old. Buffy could be a dedicated hauler. Hell, we could even make her a dedicated brewer to someone to help out with the brewing because it's a skillless job. There, fucking Cabal, you're so angry. All right. There's still use in Buffy. There's still use in Buffy because it would also mean that we could promote somebody else to full employee. All right, let's take a look at Dorota. She's 60 years old. 11 plants, 9 crafting, kind, thin-skinned dog person. Oh, she gets, oh God, she's an industrial fucking orphan. God damn it, dude. She turned into a ranger. We have to get her now. I just want to recruit her. I just want a full-on recruiter. I like her. She's a character. So she's had a rough life. When people pick on her, she just goes to her dogs, man. She gets comfort dogs. I might actually get some dogs in the colony for her. Someone else will have to take care of them, one of the interns, but I like her. Soup making counts as brewing. Yes, it does, Ferdy. That's right, but it's still no, yeah, thin-skinned is not emotional. Sorry, thin-skinned is that she bleeds more than other people do, so she's actually, especially at her age, her chances of dying, really high if she gets injured with bleeding. Yeah, I keep thinking thin-skinned is the emotional aspect, as opposed to being, like, literally thin-skinned. No, this is literally. I thought it was, like, emotional tends to, have a worse reaction to insults or something like that, No, that's not good for level 60 pawn. At level 40, I think is the threshold, your pawn starts getting penalties to healing factor and immunity gain speed, so they're more likely to die to those things. Yeah, she scrapes her knee and she goes to the ICU. But as a crafter and plant worker, potentially a miner, she's an excellent pawn. Excellent pawn. She's kind too, so people will like her. She'll improve moods in the colony. Both of these guys, I think, are getting, they're both going to get converted first, actually. They're going to get converted. And then I think we're going to go ahead and bring them on as interns. And then after they're interns, that'll be 2 people that get actually hired out of the pool. Actually, we have 6 in here, don't we? No, fuck, I keep thinking Cole. Cole, you need to take your fucking collar off. I probably need to make it so that the employees cannot wear collars. It's also clear forced. You wear this. I need to make sure that anything does not wear slave attire. Salve. That was really difficult. Slave collar and body. We don't want them to wear this equipment. That's for interns only. It's for interns only. But Dad, I want to wear the slave collar. Here we go. It's not a phase, Dad. Oh, an excellent cloth jumpsuit. Very good, Leandri. You and your one eye. Working hard no matter how injured she is, dude. That's fucking Leandri. Bitch. Oh, Jinx, yeah, what a tragedy. Get her a dog and it gets happy and jumps up on her, scrapes her, and she dies. Oh, shit. That's a tragedy. That's a full fucking tragedy right there. Okay, what do we make here? What's the quality on that apron? Good. I mean, Leandri, what's her crafting skill, honestly? Crafting is 11. She's not bad. She just put the apron on, too. Just made it. A poor parka, unfortunately. I don't know why the fuck you would ever wear a parka in this environment. 73 in the Devil Strain, where we're still getting there. Spoken like a true sub. That's right, Snake. We're not kink shaming, Timon. We're kink saluting. That's what we do. Fucking Miko salute for all the bottoms in chat. Your job is harder than people give you credit for, that's for sure. Fern, you would not wear a parka. No, I would not let you wear a parka in this. I was going to say you wouldn't do that. No, I know you would, and I hate you for it. Rion fucking salute at yous. This is why you need to stream, Rion. I would watch this banter. What I love is when he does the gay keyboard spam. There we go. It's the best. I just hear him going, ah! That's so good. I'm glad we got personality here, man. That's one thing I've been so thankful is that our community has developed with people who have just a lot of personality, man. It's just so good. Just so good. Hey, no. None of that for colonists. Medical for colonists. We probably could put these two as interns. I would love a mod that all it does, it literally replaces the word slave with any other word that you put in there, like interns. You know? That would be good. Oh, infection. 68% quality, though, is going to be fine on coal. Yeah, we're good. Not worried about that. Your feelings are incredibly hurt. Well, fuck you, Jinxed. What determines how fast a weapon shoots? Is it ranged cooldown? Yes. After you fire, your ranged cooldown is the amount of time that must passes before the pawn can move or start any other action. So you are actually stunned for that amount of time after you fire your gun. After your gun is finished firing. If you have something like a minigun that fires and it might fire for like a second and a half, you then have what, that 3-second cooldown? That doesn't start until the last bullet has been fired. And it's important to know your startup time is the amount of time needed to acquire the target. And those two things together determine your actual shot speed, the interval between your shots, because they still have to acquire the target, which is what that cone is. That's them acquiring the target. Once it's out, they fire. So that's a good little small mechanic to know. Cthulhu has joined us. Very good. He's already doing fucking unspeakable horrors upon us. Yeah. And I'm going to over-explain if somebody asks a question. I want to over-explain because there may be little nuances of that other people who are listening may not know. If I ever explain something that's extremely obvious to you, I'm not saying that you need to know it. I'm saying that there may be somebody who may be interested in that additional information. There we go. Welcome aboard, Cthulhu. Your office is fucking somewhere else. So that's good. Now he's in. We're going to swap our jobs around a little bit. One, because we have Cole fully in with us. We need to make sure that this stuff is set up. Looks like the jobs were already pretty well established. We want to get these set up now for Cthulhu. Cthulhu is just a writer. That's all they do. Don, however, is going to become a chemist. Don is going to go into drug production after they deal in the fields. That's it. But Cole's job and only job is to write... No, sorry. Where is it? Cthulhu. Cthulhu's only job is to write books. Tier 2. Everything else is down. You're not even researching. Your job is write books. There's nothing else you do before that. You're not even crafting. Your crafting is for book writing. That's all it is. You don't harvest. You don't touch the fields. You don't do shit. You sit at that bench and you write that fucking book. Rion. I love your dynamic, dude. Your stuff. I would love to find somebody someday that has the kind of humor you guys have. You know, where you just fucking laugh together. That's the most important thing. I just want someone else to make me laugh. All right. Dude, shield belts? Are you kidding me? Yeah, no, that's the research we're doing here. Harp would be good because Bwed is going to need a harp and the harpsichord and the piano eventually. Basic managing software keeps coming up. It's a decent one. Props are there. Some kind of props. Fucking box props. Companion cube props. But shield belts are fucking disgusting in value, especially because we're able to mend them and repair them. The chances of us spending a couple attempts fishing, getting all of these guys to be set up with shield belts, that could be great. That could be very good. We need to get Cthulhu moved over. But getting shield belts on people who can't fight, can Cthulhu... We recruited Cthulhu? I didn't realize we actually made him a proper employee. Shit, I thought we were making him an intern. What the fuck was I thinking? All right, Cthulhu is set to anything perfect. The rest of these guys are set to interns. I'm going to edit this so at least this says intern. And then this is going to be fucking employee. Okay. How's Q looking? Oh yeah, shit, I should look at that once in a while. 69. I'm not even fucking joking, dude. Very nice. You felt it, Umbreon. You fucking felt it in the background. Yeah, once that Q pops, we're going to be playing. Shit. Very nice. Yeah, it's going to be good. I don't know if any of you guys are on it. We can hop into voice chat. That'd be a lot of fun for us to play together. We'll just group up and do some questing together, dude. I'm not in any hurry to get anything done in particular. Installation loot. What? Oh, yeah. No, I'm not worried about that. Nope. We're getting all the rest of our cocoa fields planted as well. Damn, dude. Fucking great on you, Umbreon. I've got a big gun to pick up, by the way. Someone from one of the other factions reached out to me and said, hey, I got this nice gun. Do you want it? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want it. But I got to go find them once we get in game. Be able to give me that gun. That'd be good. It like doubles the damage of my current gun. But I do want to respect a full healer, though. I've been looking more into it, and it just looks fun to me. Just go full life staff. Just be a heal slut. I mean, everyone likes the healer, you know. Nobody listens to the healer, but everyone likes them. Also, I have an extra bed. What to do with extra bed? This is a poor bed, so we destroy it. That's what we do. We could run arming. That's right. I've never run it before. I think I have a couple keys to it too. Yeah, support class. Because I'm going to keep the musket. I'm going to be life staff and musket. The musket I have purely for the crowd control and purely for the crowd control and the fact that I can piss people off and put dots on them, even if it doesn't do much damage. But like it costs an amount of money to spec into something else, and I don't have the gear for a healer, but I'm gonna eventually spec into it fully. This is so fucking dangerous, especially for Bled. I'm just terrified of being like, raid spawns right there. Yeah. What do we do when the Heelys start to fight each other? You just sit in the back and fucking eat chips? There's nothing you can do. What are you gonna do? Kill them? They'll heal themselves. Yeah, apparently healers in this game can deal pretty significant damage as well. It just always makes me so nervous seeing pawns run around on the edge of the map. This is why I want us to have our own orchard. And what's happening is that we're using the colony manager mod to say, hey, we don't have a lot of wood. Go out and cut wood. But we also have trees that, oh shit, we also have trees that we are growing. And once they're full, then we're going to get a big injection of wood, which is nice. Oh, nice, Rising Shadows. I'm glad. Yeah, we're going to be doing a mix of RimWorld and New World pretty much every night, I think. And I'm really enjoying the game. It's pretty much everything I wanted it to be, which is basically multiplayer Skyrim with a little bit of RimWorld in there. I think we're about to finish this book here very soon. Don will be the one to finish it right now. I don't know why, though. Cthulhu should have already taken that job over. Oh, Don is still willing to do it. Let's let Don finish his book. No, let's actually not, because Don has shit crafting skill. Don has one crafting. This motherfucker needs to stop writing that book. This is where Cthulhu comes in. Get the fuck off that book. Don't touch that book. You wrote it, now it's time to bind it. I want to see Cthulhu get in there, but he's sleeping. Actually, know what? Wake the fuck up and show me why we hired you. It's just crayon drawings, though, God, Ferdy. It's got all the wisdom of mining, but it's written in crayon, and not all of it is legible. Yeah, his speed is higher, too, I think. His crafting speed is actually what's determining this. That or his intellectual skill. No, you fucker, Cthulhu! Nobody authorized you to lunch! Bitch, get back on that table! Oh, God, one take away. Please. Good. At least normal. Okay, I'm not going to ask much. Just normal. Just normal. Just give me normal. That's all I need. It's a mining book. We don't know the quality until he puts it down. What has he delivered to? Where the fuck are you taking that book? Hello? Hello? He's going to take it over. He's going to go store it in the kitchen by the dynamite. That makes sense. Oh, is he going to go read? Oh, it's a bookshelf. That's right. He's taking it to the bookshelf. Chat? Chat? What do we got? Normal. I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. The number of times that I've made a book and it's been like, poor. Oh my God, it is so sad. Normal is great. Now we're going to have a general improvement of the mining skill across the colony. And it also means that he's ready to start working on a shooting book, which will drastically increase our capabilities across the colony. That's going to be great. I'd love to have a social book too eventually for trade price improvement. That's going to be really nice. Q is 5. Gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode here. This has been episode 7. We got a lot of progress done. We finally finished Don's book. We got a bunch of all of our prison woes have been solved. You know, we've kind of cleaned up our population here. Now it's time for us to basically just continue. Now we're ready to, I think, start even focusing more and maybe building a scanner, getting the drug lab up and maybe building a scanner so we can start fishing for gold and more resources that we came here to get. I'm very excited about that. We'll have to wait for next episode, which will be on, what is today, Tuesday? I teach tomorrow, so no stream. You will watch Frackle stream tomorrow, okay? You will watch Frackle stream tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we'll be back. That'll be Thursday. We'll continue this in episode 8. So until then, guys, I'm glad you had a good time with me. I'm going to hop into New World. So stream, stick around. YouTube, I'll see you in the next episode. Oh, man, I bet that book's going to be so useful to